The Epstein files, folks. We got a very redacted, but not as redacted as I thought it would be, version of the FBI interview with the woman who claims to have been a victim of Donald Trump's assault. This is the individual who spoke to the FBI 4 times in the year 2019. And after she spoke to the FBI, Epstein was found deceased in his jail cell. So I am going to read for you part of the file. So here it is, because I want everybody to understand what this woman said Donald Trump had done. Name redacted recalled at least one incident in which Epstein took her off of the island when she was between 13 to 15 years old. He drove her and or flew her to either New York or New Jersey. She was, quote, introduced to someone with money. It was Donald Trump. Name redacted and Epstein were with others to include Trump in a very tall building with huge rooms. Trump did not like, name redacted, from the get-go, he didn't like that I was a boy girl, referencing a tomboy. Name redacted could not recall the identities of the other individuals present. However, they exited when Trump asked everyone to leave the room. Trump mentioned something to the effect of, let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be. Trump unzipped his pants and put head down to his penis, name redacted, bit the shit out of it. Trump struck, name redacted, and said words to the effect of, get this little bitch the hell out of here. Name redacted advised she bit Trump's penis because he disgusted her. He had money, it reeked off of him. At that point, people re-entered the room, no further information provided. Name redacted recalled a blonde, beautiful woman. And then that, ellipses there. Name redacted got the feeling the relationship between Epstein and Trump included a certain amount of jealousy. She thought Trump appeared jealous of Epstein, but at some point they ended up on level playing fields. Trump and Epstein sometimes used the terms fresh meat, untainted, and not jaded while referring to girls. At the time she heard it, name redacted did not understand the term not jaded. She subsequently looked up the word jaded. Name redacted stated she had 2 additional interactions with Trump, but she asked that the interview move on to a different subject for the time being. Approaching her at some point that day after her interaction with Trump, the woman said, let me give you a tip, little girl, about your breasts. Wear a bra every night. Those words have stayed with her throughout the years. So I wanted to read that in its entirety. Not necessarily for my audience, for the people that are here all the time, but because I want those words in these files to exist beyond that. I want Trump supporters, I want MAGA to come across those words. Because maybe a handful of them will start to think a little critically. Because I want everybody to think about this fact. What did this woman have to gain from, as the administration says, lying about what Trump did? She wasn't filing a civil suit. She didn't want her name or any identifying information to be revealed, so she wasn't seeking fame, she wasn't seeking fortune. She knew that as President of the United States, this would not result in criminal charges against him. In fact, as I just read to you, she didn't even want to talk about his involvement. So she wasn't trying to take him down from the inside. She had no ulterior motives at all. None. Not money, not fame, not revenge. That is what I want the Trump supporters to think about when they automatically assume that this woman was lying. If somebody tells a lie, there is a purpose for them to tell a lie. So you tell me, MAGA, what was the purpose of her lies? I've already identified the only 3 possible things and debunked all of them. So give me something else. Why would she go into a closed-door meeting with FBI agents to lie about a man that she didn't even want to talk about? That simply doesn't make any sense at all. So think, MAGA, think long and hard about what that woman said and about that man that you think is God. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.